Good afternoon, ladies and sirs. This is a public service announcement brought to you by Slim Shady Canes. I must start this announcement off admitting my disappointment in the Alabama fan base. Because despite my best efforts, for most of this college football offseason, they've been MIA. I don't know if they're hiding under rocks, hiding in caves, hiding under their sister. I can't find them. Until a couple of weeks ago. And then a couple of them decided to poke their heads up one time and start running their mouths about the University of Miami. Well, what have we heard out of them? Well, Miami's the most corrupt college football program in the history of college football. Well, answer me something, Gumps. Answer me something one time. Y'all remember a player by the name of Albert Means? Do y'all remember having to vacate a bunch of wins around about the time Nick Saban first came in? Do you remember, much like Miami, Alabama being on bowl suspension, probation, scholarship reductions in the 90s? I do. I think most everybody else does too. What else have we heard? Well, we heard Miami did this. Well, we heard Miami did that. Miami might have done some of it. Miami might have done none of it. Because a lot of it's just rumors. Let me share with y'all something, not a rumor, just a theory I might have. Every year, it seems like some kind of scandal comes up about Nick Saban's Alabama program. And nothing ever seems to come of it. We've all heard it. Bunch of players with cars, bunch of players getting paid, bunch of players sucking on deer horns, shoving deer horns up their ass. I don't know what they're doing with them and don't really care. But for some reason, it seems every year, all these allegations and rumors just disappear without much, if any, explanation. Now, why is that? Well, I think I may have figured it out. Mark Emmert is the president of the NCAA. Now, what does Mark Emmert have to do with it, you ask? Well, before Mark Emmert was president of the NCAA, Mark Emmert was the chancellor at LSU. Well, what does a chancellor at LSU have to do with Alabama getting away with things now? I'm glad you asked. When Mark Emmert was chancellor at LSU in 1999, he decided to hire a guy by the name of Nick Saban to coach their football program. So these two guys go way back. Not saying there's anything behind it, but there seems to be plenty in the rumor mill about the University of Miami. Just thought I'd add a little into the rumor mill about Nick Saban and the University of Alabama. What else have I heard out of these Gumps over the past couple of weeks? Oh, I've heard Alabama's going to drop 60 points on them. Alabama's going to win by 5 touchdowns. Stop it. Stop it. 90% of your offensive production from last year is gone. Does Alabama recruit at a high level to replace them? Yes, they do. Is all that talent going to be firing on all 8 week 1 when you play the University of Miami? No, it's not. What's more likely to happen is you're going to line up against the University of Miami in Atlanta, and Chase Bryce is going to see more sacks than a Saturday night on Omegle.com. Whatever running back y'all decide to trot out on the field, is probably going to have more negative yardage than positive yardage by the time the game is over with. Because don't get it twisted. The University of Miami is the best defense in the land at tackles for loss and negative plays. What else are we hearing out of these Gumps? Well, this is going to be a defensive-led team. This is the best defense we've seen since Nick Saban's early days at Alabama. I hate to burst your bubbles, but we haven't seen a quality defense out of Alabama in 5-6 years. Yeah, I heard in a video one time that all Miami fans got happy that they beat up on Florida State, and then Clemson came in there and dropped 40-plus points on them. Didn't Clemson drop 40-plus points on y'all the last time y'all played? Sounds to me like Miami and Alabama are on pretty even footing. Now, back to your defense. We've all heard y'all list the names, everybody you've recruited, time and time and time again. That seems to be your only argument. And we've heard it all. You've recruited Wingus and Dingus, Frickin' Fuck, Starsky and Hutch, Hall & Oates, Butch Cassidy and the Sundance Kid. It doesn't matter. But I'll tell you some names you need to remember. Will Mallory, Charleston Rambo, Mike Harley, Jalen Knighton, and De'Aaron King. Those will be the names after the game. You can call up those Law and Order SVU detectives and give them the names after they get done absolutely dragging their nuts across your bum-ass secondary. Well, we might have the best linebacking core in America. Yeah, I sure hope so. Because I haven't seen a linebacking core in Alabama in 7 or 8 years. And as far as your front four, they're going to have to line up against the second most experienced offensive line in all of college football. So good luck to them. Now, I'm not going to get on here and say that we're going to blow y'all out by 5 touchdowns. I'm not going to get on here and say Miami's going to drop 60-something points on you. But what I am going to say is Miami is, listen closely, is coming to Atlanta to completely knock your dicks in the dirt for 4 quarters of football. And at the end of the game, when your heads are hung in shame and you're walking off that field toting that L, I will be there to say I told you so. So for those of you that want to know, 27-24, Miami upsets the Gump. Now go hide back up underneath your sisters. Thank you for listening to this PSA. And have a nice day.